Hey guys, it's that time again for hey, we're at my desk and we're gonna unbox these Junior Library Guild books. So we have 5 books as always. They've been curated for me by Junior Library Guild. I looked through the selection so long ago that I couldn't tell you what they are. I'm intrigued to see if I actually changed some of these out or not, or if I remember if I did, or if I just went with the selections that they gave us. So I'm already seeing some things on top that I don't know that I've heard of, so we're gonna see. This first one is Kendar Blake. I feel like I've heard that name, called Champion of Fate. Oh, author of 3 Dark Crowns. I've heard of that. So I need to make sure this is not in a series, because sometimes they've sent me like second books in a series that I don't even have the first one of. I don't think so. If it is a series, it must be the beginning of one. Yeah, the 3 Dark Crown series. Oh, she wrote All These Bodies. Yeah. That's like a horror book. I've heard of that one. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Behind every great hero is an Aristine are mythical female warriors. I don't know if this is like true mythology or if she made this up. Part of a legendary order. It says, though heroes might be immortalized in stories, it's the Aristine who guide them to victory. They are the hero makers. Interesting. Ever since she was an orphan taken in by the order, Rita's wanted to be an Aristine. Now, as an initiate, just one challenge stands in her way. She must shepherd her first hero to glory on the battlefield. Succeed, and Rita will take her place beside her sisters. Fail, and she'll be cast from the only home she's ever known. Nothing is going to stop Reed until she meets her hero. Hestian is fiery and infuriating, but what begins as an alliance becomes more, and as secrets of the order come to light, Reed begins to understand what becoming an Aristine may truly cost. Battle looming, she must choose. The order and the life she had planned, or Hestian and the one she never expected. So fantasy romance, I'm guessing? Sounds like. Don't know, could be a standalone. Not quite sure. Oh, yep, it does say romance. So I'm probably not gonna read this one, but I'll look into it and see what the reviews sound like. Okay, our next book is interesting because I've heard so much about this author, Better Than the Movies and The Do-Over. I hear Better Than the Movies is so good, like a young adult romance. Lynn Painter, Destiny from Destiny Said Will talks about her all the time. So this one's called Betting on You, and I don't know what it's about, but I know that the cover is really pretty. I don't know if I want to read this entire thing because I know it's a young adult romance. But let's see if we can make heads or tails of if there's anything interesting about it, like maybe something that makes it stand out, like that would tell me who I would recommend it to. Is there a fake dating thing? Yep, there's a fake dating thing. Charlie has a secret that involves Bailey and another bet Charlie may have made. Can the two make a real go of things, or is Charlie's secret doomed them before they can even start? I mean, it doesn't sound like it's anything that super like stands out, but I mean, I could be wrong. So I'll have to kind of look at the reviews on this one, but oh, it's interesting. It actually says ages 14 and up. Like it literally says that in the book. I've seen ones that do that nowadays. That's funny. It's very pretty, and I will definitely recommend it to my romance readers. Okay, let's see what's next in the box. Only She Came Back? Only She Came Back by Margot Harrison, author of We Made It All Up, which I feel like I've heard of. It's blurbed by the author of Girl in Pieces, so definitely looks like a mystery thriller kind of thing. The back says, if she really was a killer, I couldn't assume that, of course. How did she become one from the person I had known? What was her story, and would she ever be able to tell it on her own terms? Twisted tale of twisted obsession and blurred lines. Who is a survivor and who is a suspect, and can you be both? That's what April Henry said. A clever twisted tale of taking lies and influencer likes. Interesting. So maybe it's kind of like a social media commentary thing too. Way too far. This book has enough paranoia and red herrings to satisfy the most suspicious murderino. I guess that's like a person that's, I don't know, like a murder aficionado or something. It says, or murder mystery aficionado, I should say. Whatever happened in the desert isn't over yet. On July 28th at 6:30 p.m., Kiri Dunsmore walks out of the desert wearing her boyfriend's sweatshirt covered in blood. Okay. Dazed and on the verge of unconsciousness, she tells the cashier that he's still out there and most likely dead. The disappearance of Callum Massey, a survival guru with hundreds of thousands of YouTube followers, rocks the nation, and Kiri is a prime suspect. Back in her hometown, true crime fanatic Sam is hooked on the case, especially now that she recognizes the suspect as the shy girl from high school. Although they don't know each other well, that doesn't stop Sam from reaching out to befriend her old classmate. But when Kiri starts to confide in her, Sam realizes there's more to the story than she had imagined. Can she keep Kiri's secrets, even though revealing them could put her where she's always longed to be, at the center of the story? So this author returns with a chilling contemporary thriller perfect for fans of Holly Jackson. Do like me some Good Girls Guide to Murder and 5 Survive, and Courtney Summers, not read anything by her yet, but I want to, about how curiosity can turn into obsession. Ooh, this sounds so good. I I'm gonna read some reviews of this one for sure. It's short too, and I'm assuming it's gonna be a standalone, so this one could be pretty popular in our library. Okay, we have 2 to go. Theoretically, one of them is going to be a graphic novel, but maybe I've changed out the graphic novel. I'm not sure. The Blackwoods by Brandy Colbert, author of Blackbirds in the Sky. So I'm going to guess realistic fiction. What do we think? Is it possible to love someone? Ooh, the back's pretty. To love someone, but not completely trust them. So could be romance, could be even a thriller. I don't know. Let's see. Does it tell? It's a unforgettable story set in America where everything is personal and nothing is private. The Blackwoods. Everyone knows their name. Blossom Blackwood burst onto the silver screen in 1962, becoming one of the most celebrated actors of her time, the matriarch of Hollywood's most famous black family. To her great-granddaughters, Hollis and Ardith, she has always just been Bebe, and when she passes away, it changes everything. So I guess it's about the 2 granddaughters. So you've got Hollis that's never interested in her fame, but she's surrounded by it. Ooh, I like stories about famous people. I don't know why, I just really do. So I might actually like this one. Kind of reminds me of like Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I don't know why, but more about like if it were about her grandkids. Private photos of Hollis are leaked in the wake of her grandmother's death. So she is great-grandmother, but she's thrust into the spotlight and finds that trust may be a luxury even she can't afford. Then you've got Ardith, who's always lived in the public eye. A television star since childhood, she was closer with Blossom than anyone, especially after her mom died from a drug overdose. Ardith has long worked to be everything her family, her church, and the media want her to be. But as family secrets come to light and pressure begins to mount, she wonders what is left beneath the face she shows the world. So I'm totally gonna read this book because I love it when there's like a dynamic like the sisters and like one's one thing and one's another thing. I don't know, it's giving me like Mary-Kate and Ashley vibes. I don't know why. I feel like I saw a show like that once, right, where there was like Ashley was the more outgoing one and then Mary-Kate was more the shy one. I don't know, maybe I'm making this up, but I always like that kind of dynamic, and I might actually read this book. And I don't even read much realistic fiction, but it's gonna be on my radar now. Last book. The Race to Be Myself, a memoir by Castor Semenya. I think I did choose this one. I think I substituted the graphic novel, obviously, because there's no graphic novel. It's really heavy. Because it was a memoir. Memoirs are really popular right now. So it says she's a world champion runner, and she offers an empowering account of her extraordinary life and career and her trailblazing battle to compete on her own terms. So what is it about her story? She's an Olympian. She's ready to share the vivid and heartbreaking story of how the world came to know her name. Thrust into the spotlight after just 18 years old after winning the Berlin World Championships in 2009. Semenya's win was quickly overshadowed by criticism and speculation about her body, and she became the center of a still raging firestorm about how gender plays out in sports. Oh, is she transgender? I actually don't know. I don't know who this person is. Our female athlete expectations and the right to compete as you are. Told with captivating speed and candor, The Race to Be Myself is the journey of her as an athlete in the public eye and her life behind closed doors. From her rural beginnings running free in the dust to crushing her opponents in record time on the track, to accusations and falsehoods spread about her in the press, the legal trials she went through in order to compete, and the humiliation she has been forced to endure publicly and privately. This book is a searing testimony for anyone who has been forced to stop doing what they love. I don't know if she was like a transgender athlete. I don't know who this person is. So I guess I'm gonna have to look into it and like research it just so I know what the story is actually about. But I just know that memoirs and autobiographies and stuff have been super popular in our library lately, especially like celebrity ones. So I thought I should update our collection with more memoirs. So guys, that's it. That's our 5 books for the February book box. And of course, Junior Library Guild has a lot more books that they'll send you. These are just the 5 categories that I subscribe to, or of course you can trade them out like I did with the graphic novels. But I think I'm most interested in, honestly, this one, which is really shocking, and maybe this one. Like, I might look into this one. I probably wouldn't read any of the other ones, but yeah, I think I'm gonna take this one home and I'm gonna give it a try. I'll see if we have it as an audiobook on Libby or on our school's audiobook service. I'm not sure. It could be, but it's pretty new. I bet all these are really new, honestly. I'm gonna look. Oh, look, the Blackwood family tree right there at the beginning. 2023, so I don't know if we'll have it or not, but also audience at 14 and up. They're really big into telling us. Oh, grades 10 through 12, it literally says. Okay, 9th graders, sorry, freshmen, I guess you guys can't read this one. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I will talk to you guys again later. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've heard of any of these or want to read any of these, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.